the most discussed teams right now in the past few days kasi syempre so many things going on, and we saw that in their first game, lacking key pieces. What did you make of your first impressions of Team Philippines?
Well, first of all, we have to say, with this tournament, we have to manage the fans' expectations. Although we want them to win, we have to understand and explain that, we're going against powerhouse teams in China, Japan, et al., right? So, for me, Team Philippines, because we're the host, that's why we're joining, we just have to set goals. Short-term goals, medium, and then long-term. And then, live by the goals. And hopefully, we just play our best and give a good showing.
Yeah, absolutely. At alam mo, Denise, I mentioned a while ago that a few players left in very short order. Itong si Eliza Valdez due to dengue, Gia, health and safety protocols. Kahit si Coach Sherwin nawala because of the protocols as well. You're a former national team player, and when a key piece just all of a sudden isn't available, the adjustment period, I think it's understandable, it's going to be a bit difficult for anyone.
I guess kasi number one, technicalities. Syempre, of course, everybody has to adjust. One player who's probably not used to starting, probably just used to getting off the bench in a second set or whatever. That's a lot of pressure on them, and I also think that would maybe affect their confidence or maybe mentality coming into the game just because alam mo kagad may butas ka coming in. But hopefully this is of course something that we could handle in the coming games para dito sa ating Team Philippines, because we still have a lot of very, very good and talented players.
Yeah, they're there for a reason, and of course, we've seen what they can do at the club level and hoping that they can replicate it on the national stage. Pero Noreen, yung susunod na kalaban, China lang naman. Oo, and you've seen China already in this tournament so far. Explain to all of us what's awaiting Team Philippines.
Okay, there has been 6 editions of the AVC. China's won 5. And then
so that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
1 gold and then silver in the other one. So they're a really strong team. So what awaits us? I think really it's more of the experience, playing against a powerhouse team in China. Although it's their team B, they're still tall. They're 6'1", average height. So for me, for Creamline to get to represent the Philippines is already a big thing for the team.
Yeah, absolutely. At we talk about the height advantage. At Denise is an old problem ata, yung height advantage against the Philippines.
So back when I was playing, I distinctly remember that I was going up against the setter of Team China, and I was wondering how old she was. She was 16 and she was like 6'2". So that's the kind of height.
How old were you then?
I was 18.
18, so anong year yun? So anyway, let us go and talk about yung mga keys to winning na lang dito, Noreen. Ito, Philippines versus China. It's going to be tough. But then I think we all know that yung Team Philippines is going to do what they can to try and maybe pull off a shocker. Ano mga keys to winning or keys to the matchup para sa'yo?
Yeah, first and foremost, I covered that game, China, South Korea. Although they're tall, they serve well, and obviously they block well. First is our first pass. Once we get a good first pass, then the setter, good news, Gia Morado actually trained today, so hopefully she could play tomorrow. Anyway, so whether or not it's Kylie Negrito or Gia Morado, at least we have that option or that opportunity to create combination plays and try to, spread things, distribute the ball, and make our offense not predictable. That's the first. Number 2, because they're a tall team, we have to expect we're going to get blocked.
Yeah.
That's a given. Coverage has to be there.
And one last, kasi syempre, that first game against Vietnam, when you're looking at the Philippines perspective, medyo slow yung start natin, but we got better as the game went on. Obviously, too little, too late for Team Philippines. Pero it's not a point to say that, look, there's a bit of, it's a bright spot to look at na this is a team that's already getting used to yung level ng competition na to at this end the stage that they're playing in right now.
It is always a bright spot because they've been playing together for years, Yes, we have to give it to anyone for that matter. Those first game jitters, getting a feel of the venue, of donning the flag, playing for flag and country. There will be first game jitters, but you said it. We saw the improvement throughout the game, and that's the bright spots that we have to take or the team has to take moving forward. And how they tackle the next games after that.